Hey guys, it's JP, and this time I will be going over why you should incorporate side-to-side plyometrics and some examples of great ones to incorporate for runners initiating this kind of training. Now, let's get into the video. Incorporating plyometrics can be a great addition to a training program, but as I always say, it is essential to know why you incorporate an exercise. Doing so will help you shape your workout based on your needs. So why side-to-side plyometrics? The first reason is that running involves multiple planes of movement, so not only do you want to work on forward and backward movements, but also side to side as well. This better prepares you for the demands of running. The second reason is that it targets more of the side of the hips, specifically the gluteus medius. This muscle typically produces the highest peak force compared to the other hip muscles during running. The third reason is that it can improve tendon properties to be more efficient, as well as turn your strength into power, which is being able to produce high amounts of force in the shortest period of time. In turn, this will improve both your running speed and efficiency. Now, before I talk about the kinds of plyometrics I incorporate, it is important to gradually incorporate these kinds of movements into your training schedule. People tend to make the mistake of incorporating high-level plyometrics too soon. Doing so can actually compromise your performance. Now that we got that covered, here are some simple side-to-side plyometrics that I incorporate for many runners to enhance performance. The first exercise is side jumps. This is a simple exercise to incorporate side-to-side movements. However, just because it seems simple, there are some mistakes that people make when incorporating this as a plyometric to improve tendon properties, so I will go over some cues to do it properly. When you do these, make sure to stay on the balls of the foot. This allows you to be more explosive, which is exactly what this activity requires. However, a common mistake is that people tend to let the knees bend too much or let them touch together. In this kind of activity working on propulsion, letting the knees bend too much will slow down your ability to produce force and decrease the effectiveness of this exercise. The same thing applies for the upper body. It should stay compact and the shoulders and hips should be square. Now, coming off these cues, make sure to keep the foot contact as quick as possible. This will make sure you are working on producing the highest amount of force in the shortest amount of time possible, which is the point. The next exercise we will go over is the alternating jump hop. This is a transition I incorporate prior to side hops. This does require a bit of coordination to perform though. You can also do this off a curb as well by only doing it on one side. However, just make sure to repeat it on the other side as well to target both legs. Anyway, for this exercise you can start on the step. Then jump down onto one leg. Again, land on the ball of the foot and try to make sure to not let the knee bend too much. Then hop back on the step as quickly as possible. You can repeat it on the other side. As I mentioned before, this does require some coordination and may need a couple tries to get it right. The last exercise I will go over is the side hops. This is a progression that requires pushing off from one leg instead. This increases demands on the leg and is more similar to running as you are only on one leg at a time as you run. Again, the cues are similar to the side jumps. Just remember that quality trumps quantity in this case. If you have a difficult time staying steady, I'd suggest you master the other two exercises first. And those are a few examples of side-to-side plyometrics that I incorporate for runners beginning plyometric training. Remember that this is for educational purposes only. If you have an injury, I'd highly recommend you see a local healthcare professional for it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And as always, thank you for watching.